Welcome to the John and Heidi Show podcast.
John and Heidi.
Here's John and Heidi.
Today is a special day, Heidi. Do you know what today is?
What is today, John?
I thought you'd never ask. It's Friday, the 14th day. We're almost halfway through April. Today is International Laverbread Day. I don't know what that is. Sounds delicious. National Gardening Day. National Dolphin Day. Look Up at the Sky Day. National Day of Silence. I'm going to celebrate that for a second. Okay. National Pecan Day or Pecan Day, depending on how you say it. National Ex-Spouse Day, Pan American Day, and National Reach as High as You Can Day. There's a lot of stuff going on today. And I've got a really cool guest joining us. If you're a fan of the TV show Supernatural, you might know this guest as what was his name? Castiel. Misha Collins is our guest.
Loved Castiel.
He's now Harvey Dent in Gotham Knights. And we're going to be chatting with him about that program and much, much more. And then lavender bread. I celebrate that. Let's see. It's a long history. It's bread made from seaweed. Well,
Ew. Yeah, that doesn't sound so good.
maybe not. I'll pass. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Now, surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com. Judging by recent media stories, you could be forgiven for thinking that the number one perk employers could offer their workers, aside from lots of money, would be a 4-day work weekend. But that's not the case. According to a recent poll of 1,000 workers in the United States, according to the poll, the majority of employees don't even care about a 4-day work week.
No, you want to be able to pay your bills.
Those 26 and older showed a significantly more interest than younger workers, but still only 25% said they'd prefer a long weekend every weekend. So what benefit did they want the most, you ask? What do you think it is, Heidi?
Money.
Well, the top 5 are paid health care,
Oh, yeah,
life
that's
insurance,
crazy important.
pension, and retirement plans, mandatory time off, and mental health assistance. So they're saying things that are going to help me.
I like mandatory time off. That's
Yeah.
nice.
Mandatory time. You know what? I had a job where they made me leave one time. They're like, you know what? You go home. Just take the day off. Go home. I wasn't feeling well. I'm like, I'll be fine. They're like, no, you're going home. Go home. Get some rest. All right. Surveys and studies and such brought to you by bettercreditcards.com.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Did you know? Brought to you by GenesisGoldIRA.com. Heidi, did you know when you make a 911 call with a cell phone, it's harder for dispatchers to know where you are? Which is why the first thing you should say should not be your name. The first thing you should say is exactly where you are and what your phone number is. No matter what, some sort of emergency personnel could be dispatched to where you are if they know where you are.
Right.
And they can call you back if you get disconnected.
Right.
So they, instead of saying, hey, this is so-and-so, you just call and say,
Right.
I'm at the corner of this and this. There was a car accident, whatever it
Yep,
was. Here's my
exactly.
number. And then they have all of that on file. So if something does happen, if you go unconscious or if the phone cuts out, whatever, they know where to go. Because your cell phone's not tied to an address where you're located. It's tied to, again, just
Right.
a cell phone. So
And they can ping you, but if you lose cell phone service or
it's
whatever,
a little more difficult.
Yeah.
All right. We don't know everything, but now we know this.
John and Heidi.
Now, big screen, little screen, brought to you by InsuranceChicken.com. Stranger Things will be concluding after 5 seasons on Netflix, but the universe is expanding. An untitled animated series has been greenlit at Netflix. It's unknown what the animated series will be about, but we do know some other Stranger Things-related projects are also in development, including a stage play and a live-action spin-off. So there's some stuff coming because that money was good.
That's right.
They
They're
did
not walking
well.
away from all those
Yeah.
funds.
A lot of people that were involved in it that are going, okay, it's time for it to be done. But there's other people, the ones that were cashing the checks, going, we'll keep doing this. Machine Gun Kelly and John Mulaney have been announced as guest stars in Pete Davidson's new Peacock series, Bupkis. The two are part of a long list of very special guests. It's kind of a who's who when it comes to comedy. Charlie Day is one of my other favorite people
love
on
Charlie
there. Ray
Day.
Romano, Brad Garrett, Jon Stewart. I mean, a lot of people.
Nice.
So I've got the whole list in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now your scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com. A website is selling an 8-inch Willie Nelson action figure. What? Why?
Okay.
I like Willie Nelson, but what are you going to do with an action figure? I don't know how much action there's going to be with a Willie Nelson action figure. And according to Match.com, half of women research a man before they go on a date, which tells me the other half of women should do that as well. What? Only half? Research the man before the... Would you, if you were going out with a stranger, do a little bit of research to find out who am I going out with?
Oh, of course.
I would. I do that before I even go have coffee with somebody. Because I've had people reach out for business things and,
And
hey,
you're
let's
like,
get
"Who
together.
is this?"
Yeah, I'll look to see. I'm
Yeah.
like, who am I meeting with? You know?
Right.
So I can't imagine. I've never done online dating. You know, I've been married to this beautiful woman that sits with me here before the internet was even a thought. Okay, maybe not quite that long, but a long time. All right, are you stuck in a cubicle? I can't talk today, Heidi. Are you stuck in a cubicle looking for inspiration and creativity? Here's what you're supposed to do. They say take your laptop and take yourself and go to a coffee shop. What? A study in the Journal of Consumer Research investigated the link between...
You're having a time today.
investigated the link between creativity and noise levels. The results show that those who work in a moderately noisy environment with sound levels on par with your average bustling cafe score higher on tests of creativity and were also rated as more innovative by other participants. I'm going to go get some of that coffee we're talking about. The study added to research suggesting that small doses of distraction prompt your mind to work at a more abstract level, which also is a more creative level. The possibility that sound energizes people was considered but rejected. Participants' heart rates did rise when they first encountered noise, but then soon subsided. This would not work for me at all.
No, you get so easily distracted.
And then I people that come in that I know, and I'm chatting with them, and it's
Yeah,
like there's
that
no
would
way.
be
I
a
would get
nightmare.
nothing done, just so you know.
Kind of like here.
Pretty much. Almost the same. Scoop of the day comes your way, courtesy of BetterCreditCards.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show. Excited to visit with Misha Collins. We're going to talk about his new series, Gotham Knights. He's Harvey Dent. Misha, how are you, man?
I'm great. How are you?
Great. Now, a lot of folks know you from Supernatural. You were in that, and that is such a huge hit. And you've had a chance to do so many other fun things. And now, this new CW series, Gotham Knights, you get to be Harvey Dent. What is it like kind of putting on a different hat and playing another amazing character like this?
It has been really gratifying. I'll be honest with you. When I was done with Supernatural, I had been playing the same character for 12 years, and I was thinking, like, maybe I just want to do something altogether different. Maybe I don't want to do another series now. But this opportunity came along. My kids were so excited. I'm like, Dad, you have to go. But this is the Batman universe. It's Gotham. You have to do it. So I was like, okay, all right, you're right. This is great. I'm gonna try this, and I have loved it. I really have loved playing a totally different character. This is like a therapy session now, but it is revived my enthusiasm for television, and I am loving it.
In addition to being an amazing actor, you must be okay at writing as well. New York Times best-selling book, Some Things I Can't Tell You. Is that something you always wanted to do, or where did that come from?
So Some Things I Still Can't Tell You is a book of poetry that I wrote, and I really didn't write a book of poetry. I just used to write poems, for the most part, just writing them to myself. Then one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? I've got enough here that it might constitute a book if anyone would read it. And apparently people did. It wasn't a long-running plan to write a book. It was just that eventually I noticed that I had assembled a collection of poems that constituted a book. And there you have it.
The other thing that I think is really neat, I'm looking, there's so many fun things. I could talk to you for 2 hours just about all the amazing things you've done, but I like this one here, 100% volunteer-run nonprofit Random Acts. Now, when did you start that, and how did that come about?
When I was in my second year on Supernatural, I had, which had just a very ardent and very creative and very diehard fan base. There was an earthquake in Haiti, and it was a really tragic earthquake that killed 100,000 people. And I set up a UNICEF donation page and tweeted out to my, new followers on Twitter, hey, here's something you can donate to. And woke up the next morning to see that $30,000 had been donated. And I was sort of shocked by that outpouring. And I thought, well, hold on, maybe we can make this an ongoing thing. And so actually with some Supernatural fans, I set up a nonprofit, and it has grown. It's now got volunteers in 100 countries around the world, and we do. We have a lot of really big projects around the world as well, and it's been quite gratifying. And the first project that we did actually was we built a large orphanage/children's center in Haiti, in a community that had been really devastated by the earthquake, and it's still in operation. And there's over 200 kids there that are getting food and shelter every day, as well as schooling, and it's pretty cool. And it's one of those strange things. Like, who would have thought that a strange little sci-fi show on the CW could someday manifest in an orphanage that has been running for over a decade in a far-flung country. That's how this strange world unfolds.
And the only reason that happened is because somebody like you had the foresight to say, hey, let's do something good with what we're doing. And I remember the first time I'd ever seen Supernatural. Our daughter at the time, she's in her 20s now, but at the time she was watching this. And I remember walking in the room, she's watching. I'm like, what are you watching? What is this? And then you just kind of get sucked in. And I can see how fans become huge super fans. So it was a fun program. And now this new one, I guarantee, same thing, Gotham Knights on the CW. And if people want to see this, when do they tune in? What time can they catch your new program?
It's Tuesdays, 8 Central on the CW. And if you haven't caught the first few episodes, you can catch up on the CW app, which you can play on your Xbox or on your phone, or on the CW website. So you can stream anything that has aired already, or you can watch each episode as it is broadcast on CW. So there's different ways to get at it.
Well, I will throw a link to make it easy. Misha, thank you for your time, sir.
Thank you so much. Great talking to you.
Absolutely. Again, Misha Collins, and I'll throw a link to his book as well, and also to all of the information we just talked about. I'm going to get writer's cramp just typing all this stuff because there's a lot going on here, but it's awesome. All of the details in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
What a year. With prices on everything going up, it's more important than ever to have a better credit card. Some people use a credit card that's not a very good one. At bettercreditcards.com, we offer a variety of credit card options to fit your needs. Whether you want a card to give you cash back or points and perks, or a credit card to help you build your credit, we probably have it at bettercreditcards.com. Give yourself a little credit. Bettercreditcards.com. That's bettercreditcards.com.
Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Bananas are technically berries. What?
What?
Yeah, bananas are berries. I don't make up the rules.
Okay.
I'm just reading them. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
The Pentagon has 5 sides and 5 stories, and it's on 5 acres of land. I'm sorry, it has 5 acres of land in the middle of it as well.
That's cool.
So, yeah, a lot of 5s going on there. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
And 162,719 pints of Irish stout are lost every year in men's mustaches. Wow.
All right.
Where does it go? Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
Cats can make over 100 vocal sounds. I think the most famous one is meow. Fun fact for you, Heidi.
What's that, John?
44% of adults admitted to picking their nose and eating it. Oh.
Ew.
I was on a Zoom call with somebody who did that.
What? Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding. This was like 2 weeks ago.
Oh,
I was like,
gross.
I'm like, what are you doing, man? You're on a Zoom call. All right, there's several fun facts. I'm sorry for adding the end there and letting you know that.
That's awful.
Now you know. Thanks for listening to the John and Heidi Show.
Did you know you can allocate a percentage of your IRA to physical gold and silver with a tax-free rollover? You can put your IRA back on the gold standard. Genesis Gold IRA is the only IRA that can hold physical precious metals. Call now for your free gold and silver report and learn how to qualify for up to $10,000 in free silver. GenesisGoldIRA.com would like to help protect your IRA today with a simple phone call. Learn more and get the phone number at GenesisGoldIRA.com. That's GenesisGoldIRA.com.
Time now for the Mint Mobile question of the day.
Yay!
It's brought to you by Mintervention.com. Question for you, Heidi.
Yes.
The average woman does this 150 times a year. The average man does it 10 times a year. What is it? The average woman, 150. Average man, 10. What do you think it is?
Floss.
No. Check their horoscope.
Oh.
Yeah. The average woman, 150 times a year. Man, 10 times a year.
There's no way.
Well, some people. All right. Mint Mobile question of the day comes your way. I'm thinking, how often do you floss? This comes your way courtesy of HeidiNeedsToFloss.com. No, Mintervention.com.
How much do you pay for your cell phone every month? If it's more than $15, it's time for a Mintervention. Mint Mobile makes it affordable and easy to switch. Get a new phone or bring in your current phone. iPhones and Samsung phones both work well with Mint Mobile. At Mintervention.com, you can see the current special offers from Mint Mobile, offering premium wireless for just $15 a month. That's far less than most people are paying, just $15 a month. Learn more now at Mintervention.com. That's Mintervention.com.
Now, some weird news brought to you by WeirdGiftOfTheDay.com. This is actually kind of cool. A Nevada homeowner, this I think is from like a year ago, claimed that their doorbell camera captured a fleet of UFOs flying in the sky.
Whoa.
I've got a link to the video. In the video, a bright object quickly flies by, followed by another further in the distance. As the video continues, more and more of these lights in the sky can be seen passing by in the night sky. The objects appear to be flying low at times and hovering right above the trees at times. And it's like I don't know if it's a Ring doorbell, but it's one like that.
Right.
A video doorbell thing. And I think it's fascinating because, again, when you watch it, I don't know what else it would be. But, you know, there's been a lot of people that have speculations on it could be this or it could be that.
Right.
So if you're interested.
Yeah, you really get into that kind of stuff.
I'm fascinated by these things. If you'd like to see it, I have a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
Time now for the list, brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com. We're all humans, but that doesn't mean we all dream about the same thing when we hit the hay. Daily infographic site said they wanted to find out what is the most common dream in each country. So they searched on Google to see which results came up most per country.
Okay.
So the Google Dreams, the world's most popular dream, by the way, is about snakes. 52 different countries had dreams about snakes where they're like, what does it mean to have a dream about a snake?
Okay.
So in Albania, the subject line is breasts. So, okay. Ethiopia, they're dreaming about shoes. Algeria, they're dreaming about marriage. And the United States and Canada, the most popular dream is about their teeth falling out.
Yes.
Have you had that happen?
Oh, I've had that dream many times.
All right. Well,
Or else breaking off like in half.
Never had
and,
that.
And I'm out in public and I can't smile.
I've never had that at all. The
Really?
list brought to you by BetterCreditCards.com.
InsuranceChicken.com wants to know, how much are you paying for your insurance? I know it seems like a hassle to switch to a different company, but if you can save a few bucks, it's worth crossing the road to InsuranceChicken.com. We have several of the top insurance companies trying to earn your business. They do that by offering great insurance that is cheap. Okay, enough of the silly chicken puns. It's time to get serious about saving you money on your insurance at InsuranceChicken.com. That's InsuranceChicken.com.
Now, your quote of the day comes your way, courtesy of InsuranceChicken.com. Stephen Weinberg is our quote today. It does not matter whether you win or lose. What matters is whether I win or lose. I like that. That's actually a funny quote. I try to find as many funny quotes as I can, and sometimes I have people submit them, and if you'd like to, you can submit a funny quote. You do it right at the bottom of the page at johnandheidishow.com.
John and Heidi.
This portion of the John and Heidi Show is brought to you by the John and Heidi Show. That sounds kind of funny, but it's true. Go to your local radio station and ask them to start carrying the John and Heidi Show. Here's the best part. They can carry the show for free. They play a couple commercials, but it doesn't cost them anything every month. So if you know a radio station that could use a little bit of help, send them our way. Send them to johnandheidishow.com. Again, johnandheidishow.com. We would love to do a radio program in your community. Then you could listen to the podcast and listen to us on the radio.
John and Heidi.
We always like to wrap things up around here with good news, and I think this is good news. Comes your way courtesy of GenesisGoldIRA.com. And I love this story. A public library gets a flood of donations for their beloved senior cat. Yeah. Thanks to the community, a public library has raised enough money to ensure the care of a treasured cat. It's an old cat that lives at the library.
Oh,
Libby,
cute.
the cat, lives at the Asheville Free Library, Asheville, New York. She is 19 years old and has brought joy to library patrons for many years. Unfortunately, the older she gets, the more costly it is to keep her healthy. They said this year alone, we've spent about $900 on vet bills for
Yeah,
her
I
treatments.
bet.
She's had ear infection. She had a cold. It's a small library on a very limited budget, and they say it's devastating. A spokesperson for the library had posted all of this online. The public library relies largely on township support and donations because, I don't know if you know how libraries work. You check out books for free.
Right.
Yeah. So they launched a GoFundMe trying to get some money for Libby's vet bills, and they were hoping to, let me see if I can find how much they were hoping for. I'll click on the thing. So,
I'm
okay,
sure they
had
surpassed it.
Yeah,
like-
they had a goal of $1,500, and they raised over $3,300.
Oh,
Yeah.
not
so-
as much as I thought they would have gotten. But
Well, but again, they only needed $1,500.
Right.
They're saying, hey, if we had a
no,
little
but
bit of money.
usually when we
Oh.
get these stories, they only wanted
Well,
$50. And
now that it's
now they
on the
got
John and
500
Heidi
million.
show, this cat's going to be a millionaire. Just kidding. But if you want, I do have a link in the show notes for today at johnandheidishow.com. Time to say goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, Heidi.
Goodbye, everybody. Have a great day. Have a great Friday. Thank you so much for listening to the John and Heidi Show.